Good morning. I'm going to do the weekly recap of this past week. And before I get started, I ended up finishing the week with 13 wins and 2 losses, giving me a win rate of 86.67 for the week. It was a really good week. Did make a couple mistakes, but I'll go over that. But I'll start with Monday, obviously, June 29th. I had Facebook puts at, was actually, if you can look on Twitter and you can see my screen caps of the alerts and the timestamp and what I called and stuff like that. But anyways, I called 185 Facebook puts at 9:46 a.m. Facebook's in the middle. Well, what ended up happening is I got in too fast. I was looking at this right here, this level of 211.50. When it popped up in the morning, I thought she was going to fade, so I ended up grabbing it right here, thinking that she was going to pop up, and she came down and she was going to do a quick fake out and flush. But it did not. She broke out of the over that level to 1170, and that was my first loss of the week at that. So the rest of the week, I decided not to chase the first 15-20 minutes. I usually don't, but sometimes I get a little bit of FOMO and think that something's going to dump or pop really hard. I end up getting faked out, so I try to stay away from that, and I try to trade like mid-morning, because you get like amateur hour, which is usually the first 30 minutes, where that's where you see the most fake outs and stuff. And you can see right here on SPY. I mean, SPY it dumped, then it popped, so you get fake outs like crazy. You could have got this break of the ORB, which is open range breakout or breakdown, and you would have got you would have had to been quick, but you might have been able to make a little bit, but so many fake outs. So Facebook, I got faked out on that one. I got sucked into that move. But anyways, the next one is I grabbed SPY calls at 12, which was right about right here, and we got this little pop. So we got a quick little. Now we also got to remember that SPY had expiration days every day this week. So these little small plays, they're cheap, they're close to the money or at the money, and they move quite a bit. So right here, I grabbed 304 SPY calls at 50 cents, and it went to 73 cents on this quick little pop to the trend line. So I had a feeling it was going to break out, and it did a little bit. So I grabbed a little on that pop. And then I grabbed SPX 3050 calls at 70 cents at 315. Well, SPX is the same thing, but I'll switch it over. So you see, which was Monday right here. I grabbed it at 315. Yeah, 315 was right here when I grabbed it. And that went from 70 cents to 550, and it popped here, it pulled back, and it just had a big run. And as you can see right here, the thing I was looking at is because it's flagging right here, and the stochastics is at the bottom at 4 o'clock, not 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So when I saw that the stochastics was oversold and a green candle came in, I grabbed it immediately, thinking we were going to have an end of the day pop, and that's exactly what happened. So that was Monday's trades. Now let's go to Tuesday. I got to go down my Twitter. I'm going down my Twitter because I have timestamps, so I can see the exact time. Now Tuesday. Let's see. Let me have BA. Okay, I grabbed BA calls. Okay, this is Friday, Thursday. This was it right here, I think. Oh, that was Monday. It's right here. Now, I grabbed BA calls at 9:53, which was right here when it was it flushed down in the morning, and this orange line is the regression channel trend line. When I saw it wick off that, I grabbed the calls, which were 205 calls at 81 cents, and they went to $1.17 on this little pop. Then let's see, the next one I grabbed was SPY calls at 10 a.m. actually 10:02 a.m. at 43 cents. So that was right here, right in this little area right here. That grabbed the 307 calls at 43 cents at 10:02. So I grabbed that little pop, and I saw the trend line right here, and this level was which was important. And when I saw that it was getting a little bit of steam and that it was going to pop, and it did, so they ended up going from 43 cents to 320 on this big move right here. Then I ended up grabbing BA calls again, but I ended up grabbing the 207.50 calls at 84 cents at, let's see, 10:45, which I believe is right here back on this dip. Yep. So the first one I grabbed this, got out, then I grabbed, when it came back down, I grabbed it again, and it went from 84 cents to $1.06. So the move was stronger, but it didn't provide as much gain as the first one, because the strike was higher, more out of the money. So went from 84 cents to $1.06. So I got that move, which was the play number 3. And the last play of the day was SPY 306 puts at 12:44, and that was this right here. Now, the reason I grabbed this is because, one, there's a bearish divergence. See, this is making higher highs, and the histogram is making lower lows. Then when it got here, it started to get weak. I grabbed it, and for this quick little dump from 64 cents to 97, it was pretty clear that, when I saw that, it was going to be a fake out over the trend line and the support at 306. You can call it 306. But if it didn't break down 306, that it was going to use this resistance as support. So I figured that's a place where I'd take off, and that's exactly what I did. Plus, you had all these moving averages right here, so you can see it was channeling between the trend line, the 306 level, the VWAP. So they had a lot right here. I just grabbed it for a quick little dump, and that's exactly what it did. So I probably should have grabbed an end of the day play right there, but I didn't. But whatever, I don't like trading too much. Sometimes I overtrade, and I need to just call it a day. Now, let's see, Thursday, which was, let's see. Oh yeah, Thursday was a day I made a mistake. So let's see. Let's get to Thursday. That's that. Okay. Now, the first thing I grabbed was SPY 308 puts at 48 cents at 9:53, which was right here. I got in a little. This was a quick little play. I saw it wicking up here because it had this big run from the 200 EMA all the way to 310. So I had a $4 move just within an hour or so. When I saw it wicking right here, I grabbed the 308 puts and just got a quick little scalp to VWAP. So that went from 48 cents to 68 cents. Nothing big, but I took it off as soon as I saw VWAP. So that's what I like to do. So another one, I got it again at 10:35, but I got 310 puts this time at 70 cents, which was, I did the same thing. Once I get over here and you have a little bit of a divergence from the histogram, you can see it, the wicks in this wick, it's higher and the histogram is lower. Same with the stochastics. And then I grabbed it right here for a quick little dump at 10:35 a.m. 310 puts at 70 cents, and then went to $1.55 on this quick little dump right here. But I look at it from the point of view that the more it tests a level or a moving average, the higher probability it is going to break. So now the next one I did, which was my mistake, was Netflix puts. But when I alerted, you can see in there I put extremely risky. I'll let people know that it was very risky, and that it was. I grabbed Netflix puts, 455 puts at 11:21, which was right here at the regression channel trend line. I saw it reject and it started to come back down, and I grabbed it thinking, okay, it's already gone up $20. That's pretty extreme move, and it was a tiny bit of actually no, the divergence came afterwards, but I was basically going off from the regression channel trend line in that quick rejection off it, that I thought it was going to fall apart, at least go down to the VWAP to the 465 level, and it didn't, and it turned around, and I ended up holding it, and I should have dumped it as soon as it broke this 470 to 50 level, and I didn't. I held it, and I shouldn't have done that. So that was my bonehead move of the day, which I do once in a while, but that's what I did on that. The next one was the SPX calls at 31.35 calls at 257, which was right here at VWAP. And I got it at 3 o'clock at 257, which was right here. And they were at 60 cents, and they went to $1.20. And I saw that it was coming back here, and it had like an ascending wedge going on. That I was like, okay, they're gonna push it into close. So I got it right here, and it started to look strong, because I didn't want to grab it here, because if these things get so strong that it makes a huge move and you're just chasing. So I like to grab it just a little bit before the important area, and that's what I did. And it went from 60 cents to $1.20 on Wednesday. I hope I'm saying my days right, because yeah, this whole week has just been crazy. I can't seem to get the days straight. Having Friday off is messing me up, but yeah. So Wednesday, I got it right before the important level, before it broke out, and I did pretty good on that one. Now, yesterday, Thursday, the last day of the week, I traded most of my stuff early in the morning. Okay, I'll switch some of my stuff over. Let's see. SPX was there. Let's see, Netflix. Now, Netflix, I'll explain that. And we had Disney. Actually, we had Baba first, so I'll put Baba up before Netflix. Now, Baba I grabbed at 9:35. I grabbed it to 220 puts at 55 cents at 9:35 in the morning, and the reason I did that is because I saw, whenever I see Baba up this much, and I have a feeling it's gonna just fall apart. I mean, every time it gaps up a lot, and it chops in a small little narrow range, ends up falling apart. So it's done that quite a few times in the past few weeks. So when I saw that, that's the first thing I said in the morning, that I was looking at Baba, and I was gonna grab puts on the weakness, and that's what I did. I grabbed it at 9:35, basically read it open under VWAP, and it went from 55 to 95 cents down. Here's a quick little flush. Then I grabbed Netflix. Now Netflix, I did the same thing. I took a chance, even though I said I wasn't gonna short it, but I did. I mean, it had such a huge run yesterday, and I was looking at the history. Usually after a big run, Netflix likes to pull back or dump the next day. So and when other things gapped up quite a bit, Netflix didn't. So I was like, okay, maybe it's ran out of buyer exhaustion or something. It just was running out of steam. So I grabbed it at 10 a.m., which was right here on this breakdown. At first, I wasn't going to grab it. I was very hesitant because of yesterday's mistakes, and I had a feeling like, okay, I'm going to get faked out again. And I was like, okay, it's Friday. The lottos are cheap. 470's right there. A quick little move, and these puts could almost double. So, I said, screw it. I took it. I wasn't very confident in it because of the yesterday's run on it and getting faked out. But as soon as it broke this 483.70 level, that I grabbed the 470 puts at 50 cents, and they almost went 100%. They went from 50 cents to 99 cents on this quick little drop. So that did work out pretty good. Then I ended up grabbing Disney 114 puts at 10 a.m., actually 10:09, and that is right here, right under the break of the 37 EMA. It was right at the lower day, so I really liked it because I got 114 puts, and I got it right here, right when it was like right around 114 and 10 cents or something like that. It was right before the level of breaking down. So that's where I grabbed the Disney puts, and they went from 52 cents to $1.85 on this little push down to the 200 EMA. But that's why I grabbed that. It was looking weak. And once it broke got close to breaking the 37 EMA is when I grabbed it. Now the last one of the week, which was SPX, I grabbed at, let's see, 1023. Do I have the right day? Oh yeah, 1023 puts. I was looking at calls for some reason. I grabbed them right about right here. Now I grabbed it, like I always say, I like to grab them. I don't want to grab them right here because sometimes when they break this level, look at this candle, it just makes a huge dump. So I like to try to get it just a little before it. And I grabbed a 3,120, the 3120 puts at $1.10, and got it right here on this little, like, it started to drop, it started to pull up a little bit. So I grabbed it when she started to get strength. I didn't get scared out because it looked weak. And then they went from $1.10 to $6.79 on this little drop down to the 37 EMA. So had a very good week. Only two losses. I mean, one fake out and one actual legitimate mistake. I could have saved myself on, but I just didn't. So that's the recap for the week. If you're not in the room, you should be. Next week's probably going to be really good. And I'm looking at futures right now, and it looks like it just dumped. What is futures down right now anyways? I should be playing ES futures, but I'm not. Didn't dump that much, but it looked like it did. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. I hope that you like this and it helps, and thanks for watching.